The station wasn't just abandoned, it was dead. No lights, no life. Just a rusted scar drifting through the stars like a corpse nobody claimed. Marcus Kaine crouched at the docking edge, helmet lights flickering on scorched walls. "Anything, Oscar?" His ship AI crackled. "Just ghost pings and regret. If it wasn't haunted before, it probably is now." Marcus snorted. "So why do I feel watched?" "Because you have terrible instincts and a trauma addiction." He pressed deeper. Boots crunching glass, bloodstains baked into metal, defense turrets melted like candles. This wasn't abandonment, it was slaughter. The central junction yawned open, a circle of corridors like broken spokes. The air reeked of old coolant and something acidic. Fear, death, both. Then he heard it. Not machinery, not airflow, a whimper. He froze. "Oscar, confirm that." "Organic life form," the AI said, suddenly grim. Marcus followed the sound into a ruined maintenance corridor, where melted panels and shattered walls funneled him toward something huddled in shadow. He found it, curled up, bleeding, shaking, a Vorak cub. His blood ran cold. Voraks were apex predators, engineered weapons that hunted starships for sport. Full grown, they could rip battlecruisers open with their jaws. This one? A baby, one eye swollen shut, ribs showing. He should have walked away. But he didn't. "Oscar," he whispered, "it's a cub. Run." "I'm not running." "Then shoot, burn, anything but what I know you're about to do." Marcus holstered his rifle. "Hey," he murmured. The cub flinched but didn't growl. He reached out, touched blood-matted fur. The cub leaned into his palm. And just like that, he was in way too deep. Back on the ship, Marcus sealed the medbay and got to work. Stasis fields weren't meant for apex cubs. The table creaked under its weight. Oscar hissed. "You realize this is insanity, right? I'm just helping something hurt. No. You're bottle-feeding a tactical extinction event." The cub pressed its head against his arm. He didn't push it away. He sat with it through the night. No plans, no logic, just instinct. He should have killed it, but instead he gave it a name. Buttons. Oscar short-circuited. "You named a Vorak Buttons?" Marcus shrugged. "His nose looks like one. That button can track prey through quantum fog." Still cute. That night Marcus woke to a scream. Not in his head. Buttons was having nightmares. He ran to the medbay. The cub was thrashing, crying out like something was breaking inside him. Marcus knelt, no armor, no weapon, and pulled him close. The monster trembled. Just a kid with bad dreams. And for the first time in years, Marcus wasn't alone either. The first week was chaos. Buttons grew fast. Too fast. From hand-sized to hound-sized in days. Sharp claws. Too many teeth. Zero manners. The ship smelled like burnt fur and melted protein gel. Every room bore his signature. Scratches, half-digested wires, a chewed-up mattress. Marcus just watched, half in awe, half in panic. "That was a 4,000-credit sensor hub," Oscar grumbled. "Think of it as abstract art." Feeding him was trial and error. He hated synth meat, refused everything that didn't smell like it once had a soul. After a dozen failed blends, Marcus created something edible. Buttons cleaned the bowl, then curled up and slept on his boots. Progress. Containment was another issue. Buttons hated doors, loved vents, tried to crawl into the engine core on day 7. Oscar offered to install a force field. "No," Marcus said, "he doesn't need containment. He needs comfort." "You're raising a predator, not a puppy." "Exactly, that's why it matters." Discipline came down to tone. No shouting, no punishment, just connection. When Buttons chewed through a chair leg, Marcus didn't yell. He just crouched, looked him in the eyes and said, "No." The cub whimpered. Backed off. He wasn't afraid. He was ashamed. That scared Marcus more than claws ever could. Nights were different. Marcus would talk about lost friends, old wars, forgotten places. Buttons listened. Sometimes Marcus forgot what he was raising. Then the claws twitched, and he remembered day 14. The test, Marcus docked at a fringe scrapport, left Buttons asleep, was gone 20 minutes. When he returned, alarms were blaring. Someone had tried to break in. Buttons had dragged the intruder outside, alive, disarmed, shaking. Marcus stepped in, hand on his head. "It's okay." Buttons growled once, then followed him back into the ship. Word spread. A man with a vorak, a living weapon that didn't kill. Some called it impossible. Others called it terrifying. Only one merc sent a message. "He'll protect you till the day you die, or kill you if you betray him, maybe both." Marcus didn't disagree. The Xanthari didn't send a warning. They sent a ghost ship, black, silent, and very armed. Oscar whispered, weapons powering up. "They're not here to talk." Marcus grabbed his old harness, instincts snapping back. Buttons was already alert, low, steady breathing. Slit pupils, he knew. The first shot didn't kill, it disabled. Aimed to trap. Marcus sealed the ship's core and muttered, "No killing unless I say so." Buttons sat. The invaders boarded fast, 4 soldiers, full armor. Marcus lured them into engineering, flash bang, then silence, then hell. Buttons exploded from the vents like living fury. One soldier down, rifle shattered, another slammed to the ceiling, but he didn't kill. He waited. Marcus stepped out, "Stand down." Buttons obeyed. The squad leader dropped his weapon. "You were harboring a bio-threat," he stammered. "No," Marcus growled. "I'm protecting a friend." Then Oscar spoke. "New contact, bigger ship, Varn-class hunter. They're charging plasma coils." Marcus turned to Buttons. "Don't protect me this time." He laid a hand on the beast's flank. "Protect everyone." When the second ship arrived, Marcus hacked the emergency comms. "This is Marcus Kaine. They're here for me. If you want to live, stay down." Then he opened the airlock. Buttons launched. No roar. Just velocity. He hit the hunter's hull like a meteor, then vanished inside. Systems died one by one. Not with explosions, but with choices. 47 minutes later, Buttons emerged. Soot-covered, limping. The warship floated dead. Not destroyed, just defeated. Not a single casualty. Oscar whispered, "Marcus, the council saw everything. They want to talk." Marcus looked at Buttons. "I think you just made peace." Terrifying. They didn't send a message. They sent a fleet. 6 Xanthari warships, red emblazoned hulls, staggered formation. Silent, imposing. Oscar didn't even bother sounding alarms. "Marcus," he said grimly, "they brought Dad." Marcus didn't need names. Only one man had that kind of pull. Admiral Cale Crix, the butcher of Varnock Ridge, the man who glassed his own forward base to stop a rogue squad. Now he was here, for Buttons. Crix hailed them. No charm, no warning. "You are harboring a Class 12 bio-threat. Prepare for extraction." Marcus folded his arms. "Good morning to you too. You think this is a joke?" "No, I just think you're scared." Crix leaned forward. "That thing disabled a warship. He spared it." "You named it?" Marcus didn't blink. "His name's Buttons, and if you want to talk about him, do it face to face." A long pause. Then Crix shocked everyone. "I'll come alone." They met in the cargo bay. Marcus stood by Buttons, calm but ready. Buttons was still, watchful. Crix entered. No guards, no weapons, just calculation in his eyes. He looked at Buttons, then at Marcus. "You trust it?" "I do." "And you think it understands?" Marcus didn't answer. Buttons did, by laying his head on Marcus's boot. Crix stepped closer. "You realize the council's ready to sterilize this system if it goes wrong." Marcus's jaw clenched. "Then don't let it go wrong." The Admiral circled slowly, trying to spot fear, weakness, anything. "What I saw on that warship, it wasn't just obedience." Marcus nodded. "It was choice." Crix frowned. "You can't choose your way out of what you were built for." Marcus looked at Buttons. Maybe not, but you can choose what you become. Buttons stood, calm, deliberate. He walked toward Crix, stopped, sat measured, controlled. Crix didn't flinch, but something cracked. He left without a word. And 20 minutes later, the Zentari fleet powered down their weapons. That night, Marcus sat in the cockpit, coffee in hand. Buttons lay nearby, watching stars. "You broke him," Marcus whispered. "You didn't just survive, you made him think." Oscar pinged softly. "Incoming message." "From who?" "The Galactic Council. They want to meet, in person." They didn't send a diplomat. They sent a summons. Encrypted, council sealed, the kind used before war trials. Oscar read it aloud. "You are requested to appear at Kepler Station for inquiry into the domestication of an apex organism, designated Buttons. Attendance is non-optional." Marcus smirked. "Sounds warm." Buttons sneezed and knocked over a chair. Kepler Station was steel, silence, and suspicion. No windows, no welcome. They docked at level 7, escorted by too many eyes. Marcus wore his old jacket. Buttons wore nothing but presence. 7 feet of muscle, scars, and quiet control. The chamber was amphitheater-shaped, dozens of species watching. Most looked like they expected an explosion. Crix stood in the back, arms crossed. Varel, the lead counselor, a crystalline being, spoke. "You claim this creature showed moral judgment?" "I don't claim," Marcus said. "He chose not to kill." Another counselor sneered. "And you're qualified to determine that?" Marcus shrugged. "I'm the only one who didn't try to shoot him first."